Hello folks, my name is Mark. This is UCD Toy Reviews. How you guys doing? So today is an extra special awesome day because we're taking a look at Ram Man from Masters of the Universe Origins. This is one of the deluxe figures that I was lucky enough to actually find in the store. Did not have to pay ridiculous aftermarket prices for this one, so very happy about that. So you can see here Ram Man's package is actually kind of large. Let's take a look at it so you can kind of bring it a little closer so we can see what's going on here. First, let's get a look at the actual figure. The sculpt is pretty close to the original. You can see he actually has joints and stuff in his arms and his legs. We'll come to that a little later. The Ram Man figure itself doesn't actually fit the usual form factor for Masters of the Universe. He's kind of one of the first figures to be all like original sculpt because he had sort of a battle ram kind of action feature, you know. But I do like the way he looks, and I like how he came with extra stuff. So this is the original axe that he came with, and then he also comes with this alternate head, and then another fist and a big old axe, and that's really kind of cool. Take a look at that artwork up in the corner. Very nice. Let's look at the back of the packaging so you can see up here. Here's the artwork where Ram Man is there with Skeletor and he's ramming the Roton thing, and there goes Faker on top of that. So the powerhouse Ram Man uses his head in battle, bowling down enemies and destroying weapons. Very cool. And it looks like they actually managed to keep the action feature. So is he like spring-loaded? I guess we'll find out. And then here's some of the more other characters. Battle Armor He-Man, which I don't have yet. Clamp Champ, which I did manage to find. Review coming soon. Of course, Ram Man, Battle Armor Skeletor, and Panther. So very cool, very cool. Let's go ahead and tear this guy open. So very nice. See, the problem with these things is that they're like hard to find in the stores, right? It's easy to find base He-Man and Skeletor and like Battle Cat and then that kind of thing. But then all the other characters are like impossible to find. So, and I don't know why they do that. I think they do that because that way, you know, kids can always get the two core characters, which is cool and everything, but I would like to, you know, the other characters literally disappear in like a day. You know what I mean? So it's very hard, at least around where I live, to find other characters besides He-Man and Skeletor. But let's take a look at this guy. So here we go. Here's Ram Man. He's kind of short and stocky. Looks really cool though. I'm really digging that. I like how they actually gave him some joints. So let's see. Okay. Let's look at the articulation. So his arms go up and down. That's nice. And he has, looks like he has the standard kind of articulation for Origins. Elbows, wrists, that's cool. Does his head move? His head moves around. Okay. Not a lot of movement, but you can kind of pivot around like that. And then, let's see, he actually does have knees. Alright. Let's see, his legs don't seem to go this way at all, or that way. But they do kind of bend at the knees. That one doesn't want to really seem to bend though, right here. Maybe there's something wrong with my figure, but this leg seems to be stuck. There it goes. Okay. I always feel like I'm gonna break stuff. I want to be careful, you know, whenever, like, because sometimes you get action figures that have sticky joints like that. And then, let's see, his action feature is supposed to be pushed down. Okay, there's like a spring-loaded thing. And then, let's see, let's kind of pan this down a little bit so we can check it out and kind of bring this back a little. So, let's see, how do you get him to pop back up? Okay. Right. So you just kind of go, rah, and then you can poing. So that was the thing with Ram Man. In the cartoon, they always had him kind of bouncing around. And then, you know, you could just sort of, right, like he's a human battering ram. So that's kind of funny. Let's take a look at his weapons here. So he comes with this axe. This was actually the axe that is based on the original toy. So let's see. Does that just fit in his hand? Yep. Fits rather well. And then this hand's closed, but he comes with another open hand. So let's swap those out. I never like doing this. You know, although this has not happened yet, it always feels like these things are going to snap whenever I, like, change parts. So I never liked doing it, but okay, that actually fit in though. That's cool. And can he dual wield? Yep, there goes Ram Man dual wielding. I actually kind of like this axe more. That's really cool. I think what this is that this is the axe that came with the 2000X figure, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong there. Pretty sure that this head, though, is based on the 2000X figure that had a grill that went in front of it. So you can kind of be like, you know, pop that off, and then there he goes, like he's ready for battle, or whatever. Right. So, that's actually really cool, you know? Let's compare old school Ram Man. So I do have an original Ram Man with the new Ram Man, and you can kind of see they look pretty close, you know? There's some additional paint on the new one, of course. You can kind of tell, like, for example, the bands are painted here. Skin is a little bit different color, right? The thing is, on the original Ram Man, there was very limited articulation, right? All you could really move on the original were the arms, and you can only move them like that. You know, they couldn't go around, they couldn't go up or down. And his legs couldn't move at all, because he had this action feature where you would push him down like that, and then there was a little lever on the back of his foot, and when you click that lever, he shoots up, right? So the spring in mine has, of course, broken decades ago, so he doesn't spring up anymore. But that was the idea. You'd print him down like that, and then you'd click this, and then he would just sort of like shoot up. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Like, boing, right? And he's like a human battering ram. And I'm kind of happy that they kind of kept a little bit of that. You know, he doesn't seem to shoot up as much, and but still, it's still kind of cool that they managed to keep some of that action feature in there. I mean, overall, it's a much better figure. You know, it's a much better figure, you know, because you can position his arms around. He's got elbow joints. You can actually get some play value out of it. Ram Man was always kind of a loser when it came to the line. Let's take a look at the comic book that comes with it. This is Battle Armor Reborn. Okay. Looking pretty good so far. Let's just kind of... They always have this sort of comic with like a 4-pager thing that features all of the characters in the line. So you can see Randor and Queen Marlena, and then there goes Clamp Champ. And then some Skeletor bots. That'd be kind of cool. I wonder if they're going to come out with Skeletor bots. They never actually made those in the old toy. Ram Man, of course, smashing things up. And, you know, the Fit hits the Shan. And then, of course, the Battle Armor He-Man and Skeletor. Still don't have those yet. Have to get my hands on them, so that's kind of cool. Anyway, I actually do really, really like this one a lot. And I think it actually makes Ram Man a decent character, because like I was saying, old school Ram Man was always kind of a loser. He was always sort of like the one nobody played with, because he had, you know, his gimmick, and then that was it. And it was like you couldn't move him around, you couldn't fit him inside any of the vehicles, you really couldn't do anything with him. So whenever I played, you know, way back in the day, Ram Man was always the guy that got eaten first, or pushed off the cliff, or slimed in the slime pit, or, you know, whatever. Because he was kind of useless. So I think I'm going to keep him, though, with the old head. Because even though that head looks cool, this is always going to be Ram Man to me. So anyway, folks, I think I'm really, really like that. That's all I got, folks. Adios.